Guys, Mike from Slinger Money. You can find us on Twitter at Slinger Money. Our webpage is under construction, but the domain for that is going to be slinger.money. Took some time away from the markets, but just wanted to give you a follow-up video from my previous videos on OTC GTII and the allegations of a massive naked short, which has been estimated by people smarter than me at 80 million plus shares. And with this one, there's rumors that we have the potential of a massive short squeeze, which could potentially lead to a whole lot of us making a whole lot of money on price increases here. So I came home from holidays. I can see that the trading action is the same old manipulation games, being played by the shorts and the bashers, likely scaring off some of the longs. But more importantly, I can see that the company has continued and even ramped up its counter assault against the shorts by continuing to execute on their growth strategy to increase shareholder value. To be honest, it's such a glorious thing to see a management team actively fighting for shareholders instead of just lining their own pockets or lining the pockets of these greaseball toxic lenders, as we see so much in the OTC markets. So look, I just wanted to make a brief video today with my thoughts on today's news and my interpretation of some of the language which was used in that PR, which reminds me of a few stocks that were in similar situations over the years and were successful in ridding themselves and forcing the crooked counterfeit shorts to cover. So I'll start just today. Today's news headline was Global Tech Industries Group announced a valuation of proposed stock dividend consisting of mandatorily convertible and redeemable preferred stock. Now, I'll leave it up to you to go to OTC Markets or the company's website and read the most recent press release. But there's a few things, a few pieces of language that I'd like to call to attention and tell you my thoughts on this and why I think it's important. Number one, potential stock dividend. 2, mandatorily convertible and redeemable in the health services subsidiary, which is currently being formed. And then David Reichman, CEO, mentioned he'd like to pursue a more focused industry-specific strategy. So, this language leads me to believe, in my humble opinion, this language reeks that the company is intending to do a spinoff. And I would think that if they do a spinoff, which I've seen many times, they're going to spin it off potentially into a new public company, which again, I've seen successfully done many, many times over the years in the OTC markets. Now, as previously mentioned in previous videos, and you can see it all over Twitter from all of the GTII longs, the real longs, the ones that are posting info every day, the warriors, any major naked short here, if it's 80 million shares, they've got a huge margin problem. Now, in terms of the spinoff, if this were to occur, it is my understanding that any shorts in GTII would not only need to maintain their margin requirements in GTII, but overnight, depending on the ratio of the spinoff. So say it's 1-to-1, overnight, potentially their margin requirements just doubled. So say right now they need $200 million in the bank to hold their margin and not have to cover, the prime broker doesn't make them cover. Say they need $200 million, now they need $400 million. then the stock price doubles. All of a sudden it's 800 million. I mean, unless we're up against the fucking Rockefellers, these guys are going to run out of money eventually. The prime broker's going to have enough of the risk tolerance, and these guys are either going to be forced to cover or they're going to flee, and it's going to be left in the hands of the prime broker. Either way, it's my understanding that these shares are going to be having to be purchased out of the open market because they need real stock, not counterfeit stock. And if this would occur, especially overnight, this could propel the stock to astronomical levels in price. I mean, think GME or AMC or whatever the most recent massive mother of all short squeezes was, like times 10. That's the potential that I see here. I'm not a professional investor. I'm not a genius. I'm not a rocket surgeon. Look, I'm just a full-time investor. And in terms of this GTII situation, really, I'm just acting as a journalist. And I'm consulting and utilizing the information from guys smarter than me, more experienced than me, and using the information at hand. So take all of this at that face value. That's it. So again, look, I like to see what's going on here. GTII's management is actively fighting for shareholders, and they're trying to free themselves from the attacks from the crooked market maker manipulation. I love it. This is beautiful to see. And I think we have a huge risk versus reward potential here. I love having my money in this stock. I think a small amount of money could become a big amount of money really quick here. Again, my humble opinion. Take trading advice from me. You're the moron. Anyways, just wanted to give my thoughts on what may be coming based off today's PR and the language used. I will continue definitely to maintain my long position in GTII. These little manipulation tactics they use, I've seen it all before. It doesn't scare me away. I'm not going to dump at the lows. If anything, I'm adding to my position because I think there's a huge opportunity here. Look, I'm going to maintain the position. I'm going to maintain watching as this story unfolds. I think it's an exciting story. I think this could be potentially historic and change the markets for the better by exposing what's actually been going on for so long, which is finally under the spotlight. It's still my position that we could see the mother of all short squeezes, as they say, whether or not they do the spinoff or not. They've already done enough. Apparently the shorts already have a huge problem with the dividend, and the company keeps adding value to the company, to its holdings, whether it's with the crypto stuff or the NFTs or the potential mergers. I mean, these guys are they're hammering. I mean, if I was short in this stock, I would not be looking forward to waking up in the morning and seeing what's coming next. So, I mean, look, we see a spinoff and into a public company, and once that's approved by FINRA, and once we see that hit the daily list, that is a massive nail, in my opinion, massive nail in the coffin for any short trapped in the stock. And that's all, again, in addition to the previous stuff mentioned, including the crypto and NFT assets, this Picasso NFT. Look, man, there's a lot going on here. The company is just drilling them, and it's a beautiful thing. So look, anyways, I just wanted to come and check in, follow up on the previous video, comment on today's news. And look, I personally, again, I love the risk versus reward here, and I wish the company the best. And I wish the best of luck to anybody long the stock. that's had the balls to hold through all this manipulation. And look, I hope we get the mother of all short squeezes. I hope we cook these crooks, and I hope to see all the GTII longs get obscenely wealthy off this trade. I love to see it, man. So I'm watching every day, and I think it could happen any day now. My confidence level is high. Again, I'm maintaining my position. And look, this is a follow-up video. I'm going to keep watching, and I will keep you guys updated on my thoughts as we keep going forward. So, look, good luck to everybody. And until next time, stay cool. Thanks.